Today we are going to talk about Russia market. But first of all, let's have a check this website. In international market, financial sections is one of the most important issues that could affect on your business. In this website, you are able to check your destination market to make sure that they are in financial sanction list or not. Sanctions can destroy a market but also can create a new markets because sanctions can't eliminate demands. I mean, we can't ask people to don't work and don't eat. In future videos, we talk more about the types of sanctions and how we could work with countries that faced with political and financial problems. Now, let's find Russia companies, and finally we will have a short review on Russia market. This is a different video. Let's start it. Hello friends, today we have a mixed topic. Except finding Russia companies, I want to remind you some tools that could help us to have a better result. Some of the countries don't have a good access to the global internet, and it could be because of financial or political problems. In the other hand, some of the governments apply limitation on internet and social media. As example, I can refer to Russia, China, and Iran. In previous topics, we talked about Iran and China markets, and if you take attention, we had common problems. Most of the source, as example, company's website doesn't support English language, as well as you can find them in social media. And if you remember, I recommended you a different search engine, and I told you don't research on Google. Russia is the same market. Exactly like China market. And today I'm going to talk about a different search engine and introduce to you a different social media and suggest you again don't search companies on Google. But before that, I need to introduce to you a famous tools and ask you to work with. Okay, our lesson will be continue on this screen. But about the famous tools. As I mentioned, some countries' websites don't support the English language, and we need to translate their website to English. You can ask Google to translate it to your language, but it will be better to work in English. The tool that I said is Google Translate, but we need to make it active. Let me show how it works and why we should work with these tools. In Chrome, at the top right here, click on Setting. Here in Advanced, click on Language and click on Language again. You should enable this Offer to Translate page option. Now let's show you what is changed. One of the important websites that we talked about it today is Ministry for Economic Development website. This website works in two languages, Russia and English. Now I want to search for the tender word. I will search for each language and compare results to show how is important Google Translate for us. So let's search for tenders. As you see, here we have nothing has been found. Now I want to search again. After click on Russia language. As you see here, we have a lots of data for tenders word. You can see the translate option that we made it enable. Here we have that option, and you can translate Russia page to English. So here we have a all results for tenders in English language, and that is why I told you we need these tools for searching Russia companies. This website is very useful. Here you can find valid companies. Let me change it to English. Here we have a Russia companies directory. Yes, here we have a company's information, and you can search for your special market and have a customized result. As well as useful data about investing in Russia and other topics, as example events and exhibition news. Before talking about Russia's search engines and social media, as I mentioned in our previous sourcing lessons, you should take attention to the Chamber of Commerce. They could be very helpful, and I don't talk more about it. As an example, this is USA and Russia Chamber of Commerce website. If you are an American company who wants to export to Russia or import anything from Russia, here you can find all details that you need. Membership directory, and here we have a members directory and other important details. If you're looking for commercial rules and you can't meet details in the Chamber of Commerce website, you can find them in macmap.org. Let me search. This is really easy working, but if you need help, we talked about the macmap in the marketing tools video. So, the Chamber of Commerce website is our second source to find companies. There are some websites that work as a business to business website, but I don't suggest them because they work as an agent for domestic markets, and it will be a hard job to ask them to supply you. Avito is one of this website, and this is Avito. Yes. Let me change it to English and use these Google Translate tools. Avito is one of these websites, and you can take time on it. Maybe it works on your special market and you can find your business partner here. If you are looking for B2B websites, Kompass and LinkedIn could be good choice. This is Kompass website, but I can meet Russia in the list, and seems they remove Russia companies' data. Okay, now I want to introduce Russia search engine. Yandex. Yandex is a search engine that I recommended you to work on instead of Google. Why you should work with Yandex? Websites do something to be known and find viewers in the search engines. What they do is called SEO process, search engine optimization, or SEO. The SEO process that Russia website works with are based on the Yandex search engine. I mean, websites have a competition to be known in Yandex. That is why you can have a better result in Yandex compared to Google. Needs to tell you two important points. To search the market, you should use the Russia language. It could make you a different result. And as a second point, in Yandex, if you take attention to most of the website's domain, most of the domain belongs to Russia. I mean, they are not .com and they are .ru. Except this one, all of them are .ru. This is so important because it means websites are verified by the government. By this searching method, I find companies' directories with their contact information. Just don't forget to do search with Russian language, and if you don't know their language, use Google Translate. The sentence that I search is Moscow closes importer, and we had these results, and finally I find a wide range of companies that work on closest market with their number, website and address, and email. After finding companies, you can talk with them in English language. Most of the Russian companies can answer you and you don't meet any problem with language. But about social media, vk.com. The most famous Russian social media is VK. VK works exactly like Facebook. You can make a channel or ask a famous channel to advertise your product, as well as you can do a search for companies or businesses. Just don't forget to search with Russian language. About China, Iran and Russia, you can search on Google and you can search with English language, but when you do research, with their motherland language, you will meet a different result. In previous videos and even at the beginning of this video, we checked big companies websites and saw that these websites don't support English language very well. But it doesn't mean that you can't talk to them in English language. So we need use Russian language in search, and later in connection we can talk in English. Thank you for following this video. I'd like to suggest you to have a look at other topics in my channel. If you're a new member, make sure of subscribe button, and if you didn't click on subscribe, do it now. Thank you.